Hey guys, my name is Brandon, and in today's video we're going to do a step-by-step guide on how to change the oil in the Trident 660. It should be the same for the Tiger and the Daytona 660 as it's the same engine, but don't take my word for it. I'm just a guy on YouTube. Check your owner's manual. This is just going to be a visual representation on how I did it to avoid having to go to the dealership. In fact, at the end of this video I will tell you exactly how much it cost me to do this oil change, and we will remove that annoying check engine light that pops up on the dash. Let's get right into what supplies are needed.
I will have all the necessary items listed in the description below, but let's start off with the actual oil itself. It's Castrol Power 1 10W40 full synthetic motorcycle oil. We'll be using a K&N 204-1 filter, M14 drain plug washers, a long narrow funnel, shallow drain pan, an oil filter removal wrench, a torque wrench, an 8mm hex and a 17mm socket, and of course the owner's manual. And it's not necessary, but it's helpful to have a paddock stand and then a canister to dispose of all your oil. Alright, let's get right into it. The first step is to warm up the engine thoroughly, and you should do this by starting the engine and letting it run idle for at least 5 minutes. Then stop the engine and secure the motorcycle in an upright position on level ground. This is where having the paddock stand comes in handy. Step 2 is place an oil drain pan beneath the engine. Remove the oil drain plug and make sure the washer comes off with the plug. Unscrew and remove the oil filter using the oil filter wrench. If the rubber ring doesn't come off with the filter, then use a plastic trim removal tool to get that gasket off as well. Clean the excess oil with a shop rag. We're then going to apply a thin smear of clean engine oil to the sealing ring of the new oil filter and install the oil filter tightened to 89 foot-pounds of torque. After the oil has completely drained out, install a new washer to the drain plug and install the drain plug to 18 foot-pounds of torque. At this point we're going to add oil to the engine. We're going to add 3 quarts. Start the engine and allow it to idle for 30 seconds. Make sure the oil pressure light turns off. Stop the engine and then recheck the oil level. To check your oil, remove the dipstick, wipe off all the oil with a rag, reinsert it, and then pull it out again and check it. The oil level is indicated by the lines on the dipstick. When it's full, the indicated oil level must be to the level of the upper marking. So in my case, I had to add an extra 250 mLs or a quarter of a quart of oil to reach that marker. Continue doing this, start and stop your engine, recheck the oil, and adjust as necessary. So there are 2 ways to get rid of the wrench light indicating that your maintenance is due, and this is the easiest way. You just go into display, you go down to date, and then you change the year to the previous year. For me, it's currently 2024. If I set it to 2023, turn off the bike and then restart it again, the check engine light and the wrench will disappear. And don't forget, while your bike is up on the paddock stand, to go ahead and clean and lube your chain. You can check out other videos on my channel for how-tos on how to do that as well.
So all in all, changing the oil on this bike is really easy. It cost me about $75 for the oil, the filter, and the washers. If you have an Android phone or tablet laying around, there's an app that you can download, and you will PayPal a gentleman $25 and get a license to access the mapping on this bike. You can go in and you use the OBD2 sensor. I will also link that in the description. And you basically connect it to Bluetooth to your Android device, and you're able to reset your lights. For some reason this doesn't work with Apple, and the website is a little convoluted and difficult to read, but I was able to figure it out. I PayPal'd the gentleman the $25, and then within 24 hours I had access to this app, and I'm gonna do it now, so let's go ahead and check that out. Alright, so all we're gonna do is remove the seat. Then we'll have access to this port here. This is the OBD port. We're gonna hook up the module that we got from Amazon. It says the power is on. Then we're going to turn on the motorcycle. We're just gonna connect it to the Bluetooth. I emailed the gentleman on the website and sent him the PayPal the money, and then within 24 hours the license was approved, and now I'm able to have access to the ECU on my motorcycle. So maintenance light is still on. I had to register. Once I registered, now it gave me access to tests and adjustments, reset engine adaptation, throttle position, ABS system, reset service interval. That's what we're looking for. Ensure that the time and the date are set correctly before resetting the service interval.
Validate. Confirm. That's the next date. Yes. Reset service interval done. Okay. And yes. Woo! The wrench is gone. It worked. Well guys, I hope you found that video useful. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And I appreciate you watching. I will remind you as usual, get outside, stay hydrated, and keep on moving.